Good morning, friends. In the last lecture, we did about transversal and the angles formed by parallel lines and a transversal, the corresponding angles, the alternate angles, the interior angles on the same side of the transversal, and so on. So, today we are going to do a few sums based on those properties. Okay? So, in this sum, we are given AB is parallel to CD and we have to find the value of y. Okay, so what you can see in the sum, so what you will consider here is AB is parallel to CD, so I will extend the line a little, yes, and I will extend the line because it can be extended infinitely, and I will stretch this further. So what you can see, now AB and CD are two parallel lines and BD is the transversal. So, what is the rule for interior angles on the same side of the transversal? Do you remember that? So, what rule do we have for interior angles on the same side of the transversal? So, the rule was the interior angles, see, BD is the transversal. So, these two angles are interior on the same side. So, the rule is sum of the angles is 180 because both the angles are supplementary. So, what I will write here? Angle ABD plus angle BDC equal to 180 degree. That's supplementary. Now what is ABD? ABD is formed of three adjacent angles, Y, 2Y and Y. So I write here Y plus 2Y plus Y, and this is 5Y plus 5Y equal to 180. So 1 plus 2 3 plus 1 4 plus 5 9. So 9Y equal to 180 degree, Y equal to 180 degree upon 9. So Y is equal to 20. The value of Y is 20 degree. Okay. So the two angles are 20 plus 40 plus 20, 80, and this is 100. So this is the first sum. So which property did we use here? We used the property of interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Right? That is the answer we have. Also called the co-interior angles. So based on the property, we have found out the value of y. Okay, here we have a simple sum again. AB and CD are two parallel lines and R is their transversal. You are given two angles 110 minus x and 4x. So I hope you can see the diagram. Two angles are given to you and you have to find the value of both the angles. Now from the picture you can see that both these angles are corresponding angles. Remember what are corresponding angles? Angles on the same side of the transversal, either above the line or below the line, are corresponding. So these are two angles on the same side of the transversal, both are above the line, so they both are corresponding angles. And what is the rule for corresponding angles? The axiom, the corresponding angles are equal. So we will have 110 minus x equal to 4x because both of them will be equal. Now we just solve them. 4x minus x becomes plus x. So 5x. So 110 upon 5 equal to x. 5 ones are 5 22s are. So value of x is 22. This angle is 4x. So 4x equal to 4 into 22 equal to 88. And this is 110 minus 22 also equal to 88. So both these angles are 88 and the value of x is 22. Again, which property did we use? The axiom of corresponding angles. So this is a very simple sum. These sums are diagram based where you have to find the value of x or any unknown y, or you have to find the measurement of the angle. In this diagram you are given line AB is parallel to line CD. line CD is parallel to line EF, EA is perpendicular to AB, and angle BEF equal to 45 degree. We have to find the value of X, Y and Z. Okay, so this is the data given to you. Now you can see AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. So if AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, then AB is also parallel to EF. Okay, now first look at line CD and EF. Line CD and EF are parallel and we can say BE is the transversal. So CD is parallel to EF and BE is the transversal. So what relation do you know? If B is the transversal, then these two angles 45 and Y, they are interior angles on the same side of the transversal, so they should be supplementary. So 45 degree plus Y should give us 180 degree. So Y equal to 180 minus 45 or 135 degree. So we get Y equal to 135 degree. Right? Now AB is given parallel to CD. Given, and again B is the transversal. Now look at this. Angles on same side of the transversal, but this angle and this angle are corresponding angles. So angle X and angle Y are corresponding angles. So when the lines are parallel, the corresponding angles are equal. So angle X equal to angle Y. But angle Y we got 135. So angle X is also equal to 135 degree. Okay. Now we go to find Z. How will we find Z? AB is parallel to CD. CD is parallel to EF. So AB is parallel to EF. Now this angle and this angle, this whole angle, they are on the same side of the transversal and interior angles. So they will be complementary. So this is given as 90. So we will have 90 plus Z plus 45 equal to 180, or 90 plus 45, 135 plus Z equal to 180, or Z is equal to 180 minus 35 equal to, 135 equal to 45 degree. So we got Y equal to 135 degree, X equal to 135 degree, and Z is equal to 45 degree. So we are making use of the properties to find out the measurements of unknown angles. Okay, so all the sums are based on which property? The property of, yes, corresponding angles, alternate angles and co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So these are the types of sum we will be doing, and some theory also. So this seems very easy. Now all you have to remember here is the name of the angles and their properties. Okay, now in this sum it is given to us AB is parallel to CD. How it is shown? So remember, in certain sums a single arrow or a double arrow is put to show the lines are parallel. This is one notation many books use. So when both lines are single arrows means they are parallel, or both have double arrows means the lines are parallel. So we have AB is parallel to CD, right? Angle, okay, this is E here. So angle AEC is given 148 degree. Angle BAE is given, AEC is 148 and BAE is 132 degree. You have to find the value of X. Okay, from this diagram. Now here, to do the sum, we'll have to do a construction. So what is the construction we do? We'll draw a line EF which is parallel to AB and CD. So we are drawing a line EF which is parallel to AB and CD. So now we have got AB is parallel to EF and AE is transversal. Okay, so two lines are parallel and A is transversal. So angle BAE plus angle BAE plus angle AEF equal to 180 degree. Now in the previous sum I have not written the reason, but it is very important to write the reason why they are co-interior angles. So in every step that you do, you are supposed to write the reason. They are co-interior angles. So you should be writing this. In the previous sum we have not written, but there we were finding the values. Now we write the sums fully. BA is given 132. So 132 degree plus angle AEF equal to 180 degree. Therefore angle AEF equal to 180 degree minus 132 degree. How much is that? It gives us 48 degree. So this is 48 degree. Okay, 48. Now angle AEF plus angle FEC. AEF plus FEC is totally 148 degree. Now what does it show that it is 148? The sum of this and this is 148. This is because they are adjacent angles. So adjacent angle sum, we get 148. Now we got AEF equal to 48. So 48 plus angle FEC equal to 148. So angle FEC equal to 148 minus 48 equal to 100. So we got this as 100. Now we have EF is parallel to CD. We have drawn EF parallel to CD, and EC is the transversal. EC is the transversal. So you have to always mention which parallel lines are you taking and what is the transversal you are taking. Now what do you get with the transversal? Angle FEC equal to angle X. What reason will you give? See the two lines, same side below. They are corresponding angles. Yes, so they are corresponding angles. You have to remember this, you have to mention this. But what was FEC? FEC was 100 degree. So X is equal to 100 degree. So we have found the value of X to be 100 degree using the property. Look at the sum clearly. This is the way you are supposed to write the entire sum. Okay, I'll move it a little. Okay, now is it clear? So this is the way, along with the reason, you have to write down the entire sum. So based on this diagram, we have found a value of X to be 100 degree. Sum, we are given two lines, L and M is parallel, and we have got a transversal cutting them both. Sorry, this point is A, this point is A, and this point is D. Okay, this point is A. We have to find, this is given angle 65, this is given 40, we have to find the value of X. So we will name some points here, we'll call this G, let us call this E. Okay. Now which property will you make use here to find X? You can see line L and line M is parallel and AE is the transversal. Line L and line M is parallel, AE is the transversal. We have to find X. Can you find X directly? No. So we will use a small trick over here. So you can do your own construction. So the best thing is to draw a line passing through this point and parallel to L and M. Let us call this line EF. Let us call the point of intersection as O. Yes? So what I have done? I have done a construction. So this is called the construction. You should write this. Draw a line EF parallel to GL passing through the point and name the point O. So this is the construction we need to do. Okay, you can write it down. Again, draw a line parallel to L. Draw a line EF parallel to L passing through this given point. Okay, and let the point of intersection be O. So now we have line L is parallel to EF. This line L is parallel to EF. Yes. So angle GAO equal to angle AOF. GAO equal to AOF. Why? So the reason is they are alternate angles. Okay, we have to mention here L is parallel to EF and AO is the transversal. So it is very important to keep on mentioning which are the parallel lines, which is the transversal. And now we have GAO equal to AOF because they are alternate angles. Now GAO is given 65. So angle AOF equal to 65 degree. So we have got this 65 degree. Similarly, line M is also parallel to EF. M is parallel to EF. OE is the transversal. And now we have angle ODE. ODE is equal to ODE, this angle is equal to FOD. Why? Again, in these two lines, this is the transversal. Sorry, I have taken the wrong transversal. My transversal should be OD this time. OD. This line and this line, but this time this is the transversal. So this angle and this angle are alternate angles and hence they are equal. So I am very sorry I made a mistake. Correct the mistake. We are not taking OA this time, we are taking OD as a transversal of the line EF and M. Now what is ODE? ODE is 40. So angle FOD equal to 40 degree. Now see, what is angle X actually? Angle X is angle AOD. Angle AOD. Now how do you find AOD? AOD is AOF plus FOD. So AOF plus angle FOD. And why we take that? Because they are adjacent angles. So in adjacent angles, you have to add up the angles. Now AOF was 65, we'll call this one from 1 and 2. AOF was 65. FOD was 40, so you can write here from 1 and 2. Write here from 1 and 2. Okay, from this point, this angle is 65 plus 40. 65 plus 40 is 105. Therefore, X is equal to 105 degree. So remember, in this sum, the middle line was not given to us. So we drew the middle line. Yes. And we concluded our answer. So is it clear to you? So to make the sums easier, you can draw your own constructions and get to the answer. Okay. Look at this sum now. In this sum we are given AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. We are given angle ABC is 65 degree, angle BCE equal to 25 degree. We have to find the value of X. Okay, so we'll begin the sum like we did. We are given AB is parallel to CD. So we'll take the transfer as BC. So I will write here AB is parallel to CD. So BC is the transversal. Okay, very important to write which is the transversal. Now angle ABC equal to angle BCD. Can you tell me why? Why is this angle equal to this angle? Because they are alternate angles. Right? So they are equal. But ABC is 65. So angle BCD is equal to 65 degree. So BCD is 65. Okay, clear till here? The whole angle BCD is 65. Now, angle BCD, whole angle BCD is made up of two angles, BCE and CED. So BCD is angle BCE plus ECD, they are adjacent angles. So when the adjacent angles you add up, you add them both, you get the whole angle. So this is 65. BCE is given 25. So we got plus angle ECD. So how much is angle ECD? ECD is 65 minus 25 equal to 45 degree. So you have this is 45 degree ECD. So we have reached two places. Now the connection. Again, CD is parallel to EF. So CD is parallel to EF and EC is the transversal. So this time we have taken EC to be the transversal. Okay. Now just write this below. There is no place of writing it here. Now angle FEC plus angle ECD equal to 180 degree. This angle plus this angle equal to 180 degree. The reason again co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are supplementary. So FEC, but ECD is 45. So angle FEC is X. What we have to find? X, so write here X plus 45 equal to 180 implies X equal to 180 minus 45 equal to 135 degree. So we have found out the value X to be 135 degree. So I hope this sum is also clear to you. Yes, I am only making use of the properties to find the answer. So these are diagram based sums, but in the diagram you have to identify the corresponding angles, the alternate angles, the co-interior angles and use their measurement property. Again you should remember the corresponding angles are equal, alternate angles are equal and co-interior angles are supplementary when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. So we have got another sum now. In this sum it is given AB is parallel to CD. Angle ABE equal to 105. Can you see? So we are only given AB is parallel to CD. This is mentioned to us. AB is parallel to CD. Okay? And what you can see from the diagram? What have you noticed from the diagram? Angle ABE is 105 degree and angle ABE is 105 degree, angle BED is 25 degree. We have to find X. Now which are the parallel lines and which are the transversal you will take? How will you relate AB to CD? So you can do two things. You can either extend this line further because lines can be extended. So now AB and CD, let us name this point G. Okay, G. So you have what now? AB is parallel to CG and BG is the transversal. Okay, but can you find X directly now? No. So this was one construction, but we will do an easier construction. Yes, this is also a method. From this you can find this angle, then from these two angles you can find this angle and this angle, but it's a longer proposition to do. So what we will do, we will draw a line EF. So construct EF parallel to AB. So EF we have drawn parallel to AB, but since AB is parallel to CD, EF will be parallel to CD also. Okay. So now we have got the line AB is parallel to EF. And what will take a transversal? BE will be their transversal. So AB parallel to EF, BE is the transversal. BE is the transversal. So now apply the rules what you know. So we have this angle and this angle. Yes, angle AB, ABE plus angle BEF equal to 180 degree. Why the sum of this is 180? You have to write they are co-interior angles. Right? But AB is given 105, BEF we don't know, sum is 180. So angle BEF is 180 minus 105 equal to 75 degree. So this whole thing is 75 degree. Okay, I'm writing it outside. This is the whole thing. 75 degree. Now, the whole thing is 75. Now we have got, right here on the top, angle BED plus angle DEF. DEF equal to, so we are having which angle? Having this angle plus this angle gives me BEF. BEF. Why this happens? Because these are again adjacent angles. So this angle and this angle is adjacent, common arm. So the sum of both. So BED is given to me 25. DEF I don't know. And BEF I found out was 75. So angle DEF equal to 75 minus 25 equal to 50. So DEF I have got 50. Now I got DEF as 50. Now we apply which one? CD is parallel to EF and we'll take DE as the transversal. DE is the transversal. Okay? So D is a transversal. Now what will you get? Angle CDE plus angle DEF equal to 180 degree. Can anybody tell me which property I have used here? See, angle CDE equal to angle DEF. Yes, which two lines I have taken? See again, understand. Line CD is parallel to EF, D is the transversal. So this angle here and this angle here are co-interior angles. Right? They are which angles? Co-interior angles. So they are supplementary, sum is 180. Now CDE is what? CDE is the x we want to find. DEF we found was for 50 degree, 180 degree. So implies x is equal to 180 degree minus 50 degree, that is 130 degree. So we have found the answer x equal to 130 degree by writing down all the properties. Using the formulae we have come to the answer. So remember, there are constructions you can do on your own, but you should be able to pick up the construction which makes your sum much more easier. So this construction which I have done has made the sum more easier. So these were the sums based on finding the values of angles based on the property. Now we will change a little and try to do a prove that sum. Yes, so proving that sum also based on the same properties. Now we are doing a prove that sum. So what is the prove that sum? Read the question. A transversal intersects two parallel lines. We have to prove that the bisectors of any pair of corresponding angles so formed are parallel. So did you understand the question? So let us go step by step. First I'll draw the diagram. So let us take AB and CD are the two parallel lines. AB, a transversal intersects two parallel lines. So AB and CD is my parallel line, and the transversal T intersects in P and Q. So a transversal intersects two parallel lines. So when you get these two parallel lines, you have got 8 angles you can call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we got 4 pair of corresponding angles. How many pairs of corresponding angles do we get? 4. This pair and this pair is corresponding. Okay, so I'll have to write the points here. Let me call this H, let me call this F. So HPB and PQD are corresponding. Then QPB and FQD are corresponding. HPA and PQC are corresponding. APQ and CQF are corresponding. Okay, so there are 4 pairs of corresponding angles. Now they say prove that the bisector of any pair. So let us pick up one pair. Let us pick up HPA and PQC. So let us write down angle HPA equal to angle PQC. And why they are angle? Because they are corresponding angles. Okay, so the corresponding angles are taken. Which one I have taken? HPA and PQC, because they have mentioned you can take any pair. Now what we are supposed to do? We have to draw the bisectors. So what is a bisector? A bisector is a ray which divides the angle into two equal parts. So I am going to bisect HP and PQC. Let me call this X and let me call this Y. So PX bisects HPA and QY bisects PQC. Okay, so these triangles are given equal. So by Euclid's axiom, half of HPA can be written as half of angle PQC. Half is equal. Now what is half of HPA? Half of HPA is HPX, because these two are equal. So this is the half. So I can write angle HPX is half of HPA. And half of PQC, this and this are equal, this bisector is angle PQY. Okay, why? Bisectors. Bisectors divided into equal parts. So now we have this angle and this angle equal. We showed HPX equal to PQY. But if you see, then if you take the line PX and QY and T as the transversal, then the corresponding angles are equal. Therefore, PX is parallel to QY. And what will you use? Converse of corresponding angle axiom. So what is the converse of the axiom? Do you remember? If the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. So this is the converse of the theorem. So we are going to prove that sum. Did you understand? We were given two lines cut by a transversal. So automatically the corresponding angles are equal. We had to show that the bisector of any one pair of corresponding angles is also parallel. So I had the corresponding angles are equal. So AB and CD were parallel, forming corresponding angles, and the bisector of those corresponding angles are also parallel. I could take even this, it will also be parallel. I could take this, even that will be parallel. So you can take any pair. I chose HPA and PQC. But now I hope you understood the sum. A transversal intersects two parallel lines. Prove that the bisectors of any pair of corresponding angles are parallel. So this is a prove that sum based on the same type of properties. Okay. So now I hope you have revised everything. Understood supplementary angles, complementary angles, adjacent angles, linear pairs, vertically opposite angles, corresponding angles, alternate angles, and co-interior angles. Okay, so we'll end for the day. Thank you.